Hey, what's crackle? What the hell is in my beard? What's crack-a-lackin'? Oh my gosh, what is that? That's right, man. If y'all ever grow beards, man, you gotta be careful. You never know when something may be in them. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy, Bro Schmo, just in case you did not know. So we're here. We're here. Back again. We're doing, I will tweet it out, Casey. Dang, dude. Tranquilo. Calmate. We're gonna get into this slowly. We'll get to the point eventually, you know. First a little foreplay with the chat. Golly, I have it set up to go at 6:20. I'll drop it in another minute or two, but hopefully y'all are having a great Monday. We should be back again here tomorrow, and then maybe a little later on Thursday because I got a meeting. But I won't be here Friday. We won't be streaming Friday. I got a wedding to go to. But next week, rankings will be coming out. Should be, well, actually, maybe even as soon as the end of this week. But yeah, we'll get rankings. So you'll get your top 10s. If you're Bro Scout tier members, you will get access to the Discord, of course, but you also get my full rankings. What up, gaming, dude? Yeah, right. Oh, dude, Giants for life. You're watching? Yeah, I'm watching Elite 8 right now. I'm watching Houston though. Houston and Oregon State. So I got the tweet ready here. I'm about to go ahead, switch over in a sec. A couple of pro days came out today. Pretty dope. And yeah, Gregory Rousseau, man. I'm glad, for the most part, I'm glad everything checked out with Caleb Farley, though. Like, apparently the back surgery, it was kind of like it was very minor. It was more so, like, just to clean up some stuff, so. Dylan Moses played the whole season with a torn meniscus. That still ain't good, dude. How much money to rub my fingers through your beard? You could do it for free, bro. What are you talking about? Oh man, if the mic doesn't sound good today, I'm getting a new mic. I should have that all by Friday. I'm getting a new like arm too, but I don't know, man. I feel like I hit this mic or something. I don't know if you could tell in some of the videos, you could kind of hear it, some static in the back. So I have that coming. So So worry not. All right. So I'm about to tweet this sucker out, and it's about to go in the description. So I'm going to tweet. The tweet is out. It's in the description. It is officially saved. So whenever y'all are ready, hop into the oh my gosh, y'all are so quick. I swear, I was within seconds. I guess I should switch my screens. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right, we're basically almost full here. Wow, y'all doing in seconds, man. That's really good.
Spread it.
That's wild.
Turns back in, nearly lost his footing. Good hold. Hunt.
Oh, Productions, you want? Dude, I'm not watching Raw till for another little less than 2 hours. I guess I gotta adjust my Hulu time or something. I don't know. It keeps on showing up since I'm on the West Coast, it shows up late for me. I don't get the early feed. I get it late. We're doing 3 rounds, no trades. It's very dry cut. We'll go ahead, go to the draft. I'm going to do a quick breeze by these names. I'm suspicious of the over here. The. I don't like my articles. I don't like a, and, or the. So I got my eye on you, dude. Oh, I abandoned my team. What have I done? Oh, no.
Shot clock down to 4, as you mentioned. And White just goes straight up. He's not pushing. A lot of times you see guys pushing.
You know what? I had it coming. I get to view the draft tonight. I had it coming. Let's just go to the draft. I get to watch somebody.
How good they have been on the offensive glass.
All right, Kent, you were up to some treachery last time, right? I'm not positive. I could have been wrong. I'm gonna watch you, Kent. I'm watching you tonight. Oh, I gotta move my... I hate this. I always gotta move my... Oh, it's such a pain.
1:17 on the clock. Houston trying to hold on and go to the Final Four.
That...
Your voice is your power. And for too long, the voices of black people in this country
Alright, I'll probably keep animations on for a little bit of the first round.
through verses, through
Let me do a little bit of screen editing too. Gotta cut it off to the parts.
Taco Bell's quesalupa is back with its cheese stuffed shell. But there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
What the heck?
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers. Cut the fanfare and the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you the quesalupa's cheese stuffed shell is
There we go.
back, and we think you'll like it.
My TV is like 4 weeks behind. Yo, commentate.
Now it's time for Thrilling Drive.
Kent drafted ETN. All right, Kent, I'm watching you, dude. Don't be doing no nonsense. You can hear my NCAA or my. Oh, dang it. Oh yeah, I got my headphones on. You can hear the hear the tournament game I'm watching. Oh shucks. Sorry, I was like recording some other stuff. So I have to have the headphones on to record the audio. Chase Feldy at 11, man. Honestly, that's possible if you think about it. Like, what was it? Sorry, Robert. I mean, if Smith ends up being the first guy to go, like, there's some possibilities there. Yeah, I know. When it comes draft time, dude, I'm gonna get real. Worst case scenario, okay, they copyright the stream. I could care less. We're having a good time. That's all all that's happening. We'll come here to have a good time. So I'm gonna try when we're doing the watch along with the draft, I'm gonna like when the pick comes up, I'm gonna try to put it up on the screen, you know. Yeah, yeah, dude. No, YouTube's constantly whacking me, man. Like, channel subs have come to a slow down. Hi, it's Kent, and I trolled as Jags last time. Then I played legit after you started the new... Okay. Good on you, Kent. Good on you. It's hard to remember, man. It's hard to remember. Because, who was it? Who was it? Not Francesca. Somebody else. Was Francesca the one that did the other crazy? I don't know, man. I can't remember. All right, Kent. Good on you, bud. I trust you, man. I'm gonna be viewing you. I'm gonna be viewing every move you make. Just because of Colts, because I gotta spectate some team. So. Hey, thanks, Chris, dude. I appreciate it. Yes, hit go draft. The reason why I mentioned copyright is because they'll ban you from streaming for 2 weeks. Oh, dude, yeah, especially if it's ESPN, man. Disney don't play, dude. Mickey Mouse comes for you, man. Mickey Mouse comes for you. Ho-ho, not on my watch. Okay. Thank you, Ryan. I thought so. I wasn't sure. Let's see. All eyes on Kent. Well, specifically, yes, because it's on my screen. No pressure, Kent. You got this. The weather is it's cloudy. It's cloudy, Robert, out here. But it still feels nice. Let's see. Which North Carolina running back had the best pro day? I thought they were both fine. Oh yeah, Russo, dude. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if I'm not gonna consider I don't know if I'm not gonna consider Russo a first rounder just yet. I think he's worth taking a shot on at the end, maybe end of the first round. By the way, thank you, John, dude. I wish I could pronounce your first name, Ebra. I don't want to insult you. I got a messy last name, so I get it. I don't get mad at mispronunciations. My whole life is mispronunciations. This is cool. I like this idea, Michael, of okay, what if they aren't in the Zach Wilson sweepstakes? What if they are sticking with Darnold? By the way, thank you for the super chat. Let me go ahead and read that sucker. For the Falcons, should they take Sewell, Pitts, Lance, or trade back to? They should trade back. That should be the first option. But I think Pitts might be it, man. Like straight up, I think it's going to be tough to trade up to that 4 position. So you got maybe teams like the Panthers and the Broncos maybe looking for cheaper alternatives in terms of trading up. So they may look towards the Bengals. They may look towards the Dolphins again. So there's a few different scenarios there. Michael. Oh, dang, dude. I like that. Michael. Nah, Wilson's trash. Darnold's a way better quarterback. Stick to your guy. I get it. All right, let's see how this is going thus far. So I imagine Zach Wilson went to the Niners. The picks are rolling in, man. Oh, that's fair. Michael would have traded out. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I know, Gunner. That's why I just say Gunner. So Zach Wilson going to San Fran makes a ton of sense. Good fit for Kyle Shanahan. And then we saw Pitts go to Atlanta, which makes a ton of sense. In my opinion, if they can't trade out of that pick, Pitts might be the best option they could make. He might be the best non-quarterback prospect in this class. Jordan Reed's been saying it all on Twitter, so let's see. Vish, yeah. Yeah, I remember you, dude. You don't gotta ask every time. How many rounds? We go on 3 rounds tonight, baby. And then I'm gonna work on some stuff tonight. So this week, in terms of like the next few videos coming out, like I think I'm gonna just do Lance Zierlein's do a mock on his new draft for tomorrow. Just as I'm kind of like wrapping things up with my rankings. It means I gotta still go through the graphics and stuff like that. So I feel mock. It's just a good way to. It's a nice, easy video. You just go look at mock draft and kind of talk about it. So it's just an easy way to save time for me and be able to get content out for you. And then we'll start getting into more nitty-gritty stuff when it comes to the draft. We'll start our team-specific mocks, and then maybe in the next week or two. Also, Big Board will be out soon. So let's take a look at these last few picks. Jamar Chase. Well, it was so off the board. That makes a ton of sense. Jalen Waddle instead of Devontae Smith. That's interesting. Some people will love it. Some people will hate it, man. Very interesting. Griffin, gosh. Stop. I can't remember. I had memory loss. Oh, I don't remember any of y'all. Oh. I'm already trying to remember how to pronounce these prospects' names, man. Luis, Kyle's is a versatile weapon. Darn right he is. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. So we see Smith fall. I want to go over these next few picks real quick. All right, so Micah Parsons. I don't know, man. I feel like this might be Smith. I mean, I'm not against Parsons by any means. So, Panthers, they luck out. Wow, and Trey Lance falls. Man, really, it really all depends on what is it? What the Jets do. It really all hinges on that at this point. So that's great for the Panthers and the Broncos if they don't have to trade down. Well, it looks like Houston's got this game. And then on top, actually, I'm just gonna turn animations off altogether. It's getting hard for me to keep up with this. Rashawn Slater over Patrick Surtain or JC Horn. That's interesting. I'm intrigued. Man, some people, if they view Slater as a better prospect, if you're going with value, then it makes sense. I think I'd prefer a corner there if I could, but I understand the logic. Surtain, that's a good pick for the Eagles, man. They need help in the secondary. Darisaw being there for the Chargers is money. Elijah Vera Tucker is a good pick, especially since they just missed out on Darisaw. Mac Jones, man, Mac Jones is such a wild card at this point. I swear, if San Fran traded up to get Mac Jones, trade all them trade assets, I'm done. I don't know what to think anymore. Quiddy, Caleb Farley instead of JC Horn. That's very interesting. It's very interesting. I mean, some people might not take Farley off, like, down their board if they think it's just a minor surgery. If they're not concerned for the back. Quiddy Pay probably will be the top edge rusher. Jalen Phillips, man, he had a pretty solid he had a solid pro day too to the Dolphins. So Dolphins went Waddle Phillips. Not bad. Dude, John, I would think the same thing. There's no way Jets pass on Wilson. But there's a chance. Xavier Collins, interesting pick, K. I'm kind of in the boat of Washington going JOK at the moment. I mean, this is coming off of, me thinking, Kadarius Toney be a great pick for Washington. Now I'm in the JOK bandwagon, so speak of the devil, Kadarius Toney going right there. JC Horn makes sense. I mean, it's really good value for the Bears. Kadarius Toney, I feel like if you don't feel like Paris Campbell could stay healthy, that's a pretty solid pick. The man just doesn't go down. Rashad Bateman, I like that a lot for Tennessee. There goes JOK in that Robert Saleh scheme. He gets his coverage linebacker. Quiddy Pay is a bit interesting. For the Raiders. Yo, Snorkel, what's up, bud? In the chat, dude. Let me see. Oh yeah, dude. I wanted to find. I was gonna tweet that out about Liv Calherd and Trey Lance. So what is it? Colin Cowherd had the Dolphins. He drafted Lance for him. He's a great kid, and he was actually at my place last night. Patty Mills, Davis Mills. Yeah, dude. Oh, I totally agree. Tony, dude. I like Fields a lot. All right, let's scroll this up. We see Samuel Cosmi go off the board. Makes sense. Darisaw. Wow. Barmore's just a great pick there. No. JOK or Merrick were still both on the board. If you want to look at my opinion on Davis Mills, I got my quarterback rankings video out already, so you can check it out there. Lions got Micah Parsons. Yeah, no, I'm on board with that, Anthony, at this point. For me, it was if the Dolphins, it's either you trade for Deshaun Watson or you're keeping Tua. That's it. That was the only thing I saw. Washington with Xavier Collins. Let's see. Yeah, I was like, Patty Mills. Where's that sound familiar? Yeah, Browns, they go Russo. I mean, dude, Russo, despite the bad pro day, you still saw, like, his measurables were really impressive still. You know he's got a great physical profile. You didn't like to see the bad vert, the bad broad jump. It's like, okay, great. He's got terrible terrible explosiveness. And you kind of wonder, how has he developed during the opt-out? So I don't know if I'm going to have him nearly that high. With guys like Ojulari and Owe still on the board, I might have gone that with the Browns. But Aziz is a good pick for the Ravens. Yeah, Micah Parsons concerns some people. I'm with that. I'm with you on that, Gunner. My thoughts on Creed Humphrey. The dude uses his hands exceptionally well. He's a former wrestler. The only time you really saw him lose was against Power. I mean, the biggest cases to point out, you could point out Quinnen Williams in, what was it, 2018, and then Braveron Roy in 2019. He started the Senior Bowl off pretty slow, but he ended up having a really good week after a rough day one. He's a good prospect. I don't know if he's necessarily can stay at center, but I would definitely try him out there. If not, then you could probably move him to guard. Sometimes he just plays a bit high. Do I like Patty Fisher? I feel I'm indifferent. I don't know, man. I'm not into basketball so much anymore, man. I'm just not a big fan of super teams, man. Like, any given off season, a team could go from being trash to great. To me, that doesn't appeal to me. I feel like it's not earned at that point, you know? It's like, that's why I love football. Like, you can't just have a great off season. The Philadelphia Eagles back in the day, when they acquired the Dream Team, is a big case of that. You do have to trade well. It's a combination, or you do have to draft well. It's a combination of a lot of different factors. That's why I really like it, the NFL. Oh, what was it? Fred Hampton Gun Club. What a name. Kayvon Thibodeau, really good. Yeah, he's going to be like a top 10 pick next year. So we got Merrick going to the Saints is a bit interesting. Is that like a moving on from Malcolm Jenkins, I would suppose, or maybe you're expecting not to be able to retain Marcus Williams? I don't know about that one. Sonny Samuel Jr. over Greg Newsome. I think the only thing is with Sonny Samuel, I'm so worried about his arm length, man. I'm so worried because you just don't see it in the NFL. You don't see guys with 30-inch arms play on the outside. That's just the thing. I've been saying that for Aaron Robinson, and then I can't be a hypocrite. You got to say the same thing about Samuel. I like Samuel's chances a bit better, but yo, what up, Cameron? You've been busy with school, man. You got to do that, man. You got to do school. I get it. You got to get that stuff done. Yo, John back with the super chat. Thank you much. Packers want to restructure Aaron Rodgers' contract so they can move next year for Jordan Love. Should the Jets offer a 2, 23, etc. for Aaron Rodgers? Shoot, man. I think it would take a lot. They'd be giving up a lot of draft capital for Aaron Rodgers. All right. Jason Owe going to the Bills is very nice. Wyatt Davis. I think I still would have gone tackle if I was the Chiefs, because you still got like Tevin Jenkins on the board. Javon Holland's interesting. He's getting some hype again, man. I still think I feel I'm second round only with him. Dylan Radunes going to the Jaguars, so that's great because Cam Robinson is not the future. Najee Harris, dude, I don't know about that, Michael. I don't know about that. I think Travis Etienne's a much better scheme fit for the Jets. Then they get Atlanta gets Newsome, so Kyle Pitts and Newsome, that's a pretty solid draft. Tevin Jenkins going to Oklahoma State, going to the Dolphins, so they get their right tackle. They could throw Hunt in at a guard. I like that. And then Nick Bolton going to the Eagles. Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know why I thought Roberto, you got Micah Parsons. No, you're pairing him up with Patrick Surtain. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Oh my god. Who do you think has the worst record next year? You pick the Eagles. I'm gonna stick with I think the Texans. It really depends how things shape up with Deshaun Watson. Hey, thank you, football therapist. I appreciate that, man. I try. If you haven't already, hit that like button, by the way. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Liam Eichenberg to the Bengals. I don't know, man. I think I'm still in the Walker Little boat. I'm still in the Walker Little bandwagon right now, which is wild. I was a big Walker Little hater just a couple of years ago. Yeah, I think Stokes could be good. The second round order, because teams with similar records, I think that we're like tied, they switch. So that's why you'll see the second round a bit different. Jalen Mayfield going to, oh man, I don't know if Jalen Mayfield's much different than what they had in Greg Little. I don't know about that. What do I think of Jalen Phillips pro day? Oh, dude, it was good. I don't think he's necessarily on the athletically on the tier of like Kwity Paye in terms physically, and then athletically to Owe. I don't think he's kind of like that nice in between. But it was a good pro day. Yeah, I saw that, Tony, man. I don't follow baseball anymore, man. I don't follow baseball so much anymore either. I don't mind watching it. I don't mind picking it up and watching it every now and then, but I don't know. Like, I know I'm a big I used to be a big Marlins fan, and they've just sucked so long. And I know that they were good last year, and they actually, I think they're starting out pretty hot. But see, that's a Marlins thing. They always start out pretty decent, pretty hot, then they get to about game 40, and they just suck. And of course, they made the playoffs last year when the season was like 60 games. So, oh, Walk the Mock doesn't have Josh. I need to learn how to pronounce his last name. I'll learn it by the time I have to do the wide receivers video. I don't know if I'd take him in the second round though. Anyway, DJ Vasher's the most underrated receiver in this draft. I don't know about that. I think Josh Palmer is pretty underrated. I would say definitely Josh Palmer. All right, Joseph Asai going to Denver. So that's a nice little, like, I don't know. I don't think they'd be able to get him involved early, but I think he would be a good addition to the rotation, at least initially, until Von Miller, they move on from him next year. Terrace Marshall, I like that pick. I made that pick in my 2-round mock, so of course I like it. I think, Hunter, you made the same picks I did actually in my mock. I can't remember, though. Creed Humphrey. Cody, do you quick question if you're in the chat. Do you plan on moving Nick Gates then to like guard? He does have experience at right guard and right tackle, and I think he actually graded out better at both those positions than he did at center last year. By no means was he bad at center, though. It was just kind of average. Just curious, what's your plan with Nick Gates? And then Tyson Campbell, I like that fit for San Fran. Eric Stokes, that's actually pretty solid, too. I wouldn't mind Tyson Campbell either if I was Dallas. Like, there's some quality corners in the second round. Richie Grant, man, going to the Jags. Good move. Rondale Moore's interested. I mean, I think he'd definitely be like Cam Newton's best friend, though. Elijah Moore, man. I don't know if Elijah Moore stays in the draft this long. Like, I'm really starting to ride the Elijah Moore hype train. Alex Leatherwood's an interesting pickup here. I think he probably end up being a second rounder. It's just not much of his game excites you. Travis Etienne going to the Cardinals. That's actually a pretty good pairing with Chase Edmonds, but yeah, I don't know. They got limited draft capital, so Javonte Williams. I love me Javonte Williams, man. Good pick for the Dolphins. Chargers need a corner before wide receiver. Yes, I would agree, but I would also take the value. I mean, they would expect that corner to come in and play, what, number 2 or even number 1? Like, you'd be starting your second rounder opposite of Michael Davis because I think Harris, they play in the slot, so Farley needs to fall to the steel. Good luck, man. That's going to be, like, I think that'll be a stretch, man. Could happen, though. Who did the Eagles pick? Barely just got here. Eagles, they went ahead. They took Nick Bolton and Patrick Surtain. Elijah Molden, interesting. I'm not going to lie, like, because I imagine you're going to be starting him at slot rather than deep safety. Okay, it kind of hurts me because I'm a big Jimmy Moreland fan. James Madison's own, baby. But I understand. Davion Nixon, you get in your Hicks replacement, at least for the future. I think there's better interior players on the board. Walker Little's good value there for the tight ends. And then Carlos Basham. Ooh, that's an interesting fit for the Colts. All right. Do you know Patty Fisher, the middle linebacker? Yeah, I know Patty Fisher. He's been on my rankings multiple times. He's going to be a good special teamer. I don't know him personally, though. Cameron, you got to look at the rest of Kelvin Joseph's season. He didn't look good against Vandy. You got to take a bulk. You got to take their whole body of work. Yeah, I haven't really seen Jamin Davis. Can you break him down? He's essentially long and fast. He's probably going to be on my linebacker rankings, so that should be out probably next week. I mean, he's a top 10 linebacker, yeah, guaranteed. So, yeah, you'll see him on that. But essentially, what's great about him, he's long, he's fast. All right, Josh Myers. It's not a sexy pick. I don't know if I'm that high on Myers. I might have him closer to the 4th round. He can play both. I think center might be his best spot. He could play guard too. Milton Williams. I like that pick, especially after Reed heading to the Chiefs. Like Milton Williams, like low key, man. That guy might be a stud. Yeah, I'll do grades at the end of these all the time, so don't worry about it. Most underrated corner of the class, Cameron Bynum, the cow corner. Yeah, and the thing is, it's just he's not that athletic. That's probably why he's going to be a mid day 3 pick. Unfortunately, like I'm a big fan of his game too, but that's just going to be who he is. He's very, very savvy, very wise corner with a ton of experience. Do I think the Bengals should sign Isaiah Wilson despite his issues? What do you have to lose? Why not? I'll quit a couple of times because his QB was garbage. Yeah, that Kentucky defense was good, but still, you don't like to see that. Oh, he quit a couple of times because the team wasn't doing well. You don't want that in your prospect. On top of that, he already has prior potential character red flags. Keep in mind, he transferred from LSU instead of getting suspended by LSU. So, yo, Ken, your draft is interesting. I'll say that for the Colts. I don't mind it. They're guys that I like, but but I think they have specific roles. But you know, if I'm gonna trust anybody, it would be Frank Reich. So, all right, we see Paulson Adebo going to the Rams. So I don't mind him in off coverage, in a zone heavier scheme. Pat Freiermuth for the Ravens. I'm not gonna lie, I like that a lot. That's not a need. I don't care about need. I like that pick. Tylan Wallace going to the Browns. It's pretty solid. You could probably work him in the slot too. Like, he provides a lot of different things. Very similar to OBJ. By no means are they the same talent though, talent level, but just saying. Jabril Cox, I like this pick a lot, Jesse. Good pick here. Jamin Davis is also a good pick for the Bills. So far, man, this ain't half bad. I think there's still a lot of quality players on the board going into the 3rd round. This is exciting. He ain't going to quit when he gets paid, Casey. Again, that's a projection. Sean Wade. Man, Sean Wade is interesting. Thoughts on the Thailand pick? I like it because it gives you a deep threat with some real speed, and I love how aggressive he is at the catch point. I think it's a very similar style to OBJ, but again, let's not mix up words. He's not OBJ. Oh, Kyle Hamilton's going to be a stud, dude. I agree. Yeah, Isaiah Wilson got traded to the Dolphins, and then he got released by the Dolphins. Richie Grant went to the Jaguars. Juan, that's not a bad idea. You could just go 2 wide. Yo, what up, James? Hamrock. Grady, he's out of the league, dude. I'm pretty sure he's out of the league. Zangi, I'm not against that logic. Actually, when you bring it up, yeah, I think I would have gone that way for the Eagles too. I don't think Bolton's a bad pick by any means, but yeah, Moore's pretty good. Dude, Nick Bolton's not horrible. Calm down. He's going to be a solid linebacker. He just doesn't have the high end of some of the guys in this class. Do I think Phillips has any chance to fall for 32? After his pro day, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's going to go before that. Some team's going to be like, well, he hasn't had concussions in like 2 years, and they're going to say screw it and go with it. Pretty sure at least one team's going to be like that. Ash, man, you don't draft for need, man. your needs should be taken care of in free agency. At this point, you want to be going into the draft being like, we're just going to take the best player available on our board, and you want to be sure that they fit their scheme, or you at least be like, oh, this is a guy we could definitely work with, and we can work with this guy in our scheme, so. Alaric Jackson, dude. Hooves is out for blood today, dude. That is oof. Chiefs aren't exactly a pass protection type of squad. Pass protection, my bad. Pass action. Marvin Wilson, man. I really do think Marvin Wilson can. I have Marvin Wilson in a similar range, about late second, early third. I think be a good pick there, though. K. Johnson's interesting. I feel like with K. Johnson, you're already trying to, you're looking to the future. It's like, all right, man, we're going to end up, this is our replacement for Marvin Jones once he moves on. Deontay Brown's a good pick for Houston. It's about all you can do, so good job there, Ryan. I like Ronnie Perkins. I think Atlanta's had a really good draft. I really like their draft. I like Ronnie Perkins better in the third round, too. Didn't talk about Brevin Jordan going to the Jets. Ooh la la. Yeah, we're going to do grades at the end. Yeah, Grady, I saw that with Watson, man. It really sucks, dude. It sucks if he's innocent, of course. If not, then, yeah, dude. Ta-ta, bye-bye. Lock him up, throw away the key, as they say. But if he is innocent, then, yeah, dude, I really feel bad for him, man. I don't think anybody wins by taking sides right now. I think you just got to go off the premise. Innocent till proven guilty. Landon Dickerson. Isaac, the only problem I have with that is now you have two centers on your roster that can't play, or at least can't play next year, or at least a bulk of the year, because Trey Hopkins is out. I think he had a ACL tear, I think week 17, right? I'm not positive though, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere late in the season. We going 3 rounds, Lewis. 3 rounds. Thank you, Chris. I like to think I'm underrated too, dude. Put into work, though. Who names their football team the Jets? Oh, my gosh. Sean, I hope so. I agree. I really hope. I don't want to believe that is true, but again, we'll wait till further evidence. Matt, so Dylan Moses is fallen because of very poor play last year. He was terrible in coverage. Yes, he's got great athletic upside, but he was horrible in coverage. I haven't seen that he was playing with the torn meniscus last year. That's new knowledge to me. But, I mean, tomorrow's their pro day. We'll learn quite a bit about that. So, yeah, he just had a really poor outing, man. Like, his stock ain't what it used to be. I wouldn't be surprised to see him fall out of day 2. Yeah, Z. I feel like that should be everyone's position, you know? Who do I think Arizona will pick up in the draft? I'd be hoping one of the top corners falls to me between. I mean, if I'm the Cardinals, if both Horn and Surtain are off the board, as is if Waddle's off the board too, because I'll make an exception, dude. If Waddle's there, I'm sticking with that pick. I'm trying to trade down. Hoping Farley, if he's fallen, hoping we could trade down, maybe still get Farley and just acquire more picks. I think that's kind of the way to go. They don't really have a lot of draft capital this draft, so. Nah, Sean Wayne ain't staying. At least I didn't hear any of that. No, he just delayed his workout. Okay, I was like, oh. So I'm starting to have, on a side note, I'm starting to have my doubts, however, about CJ Verdell. He's still on a lot of people's boards, the Oregon running back, but every time I look it up, it says he's returning. I'm so confused by that. So confused. Yeah, like I said, Bizpaw, I'm just gonna wait for all that information to, I'm gonna wait for all that to be put into court, Dude, Casey, Zach Smith, dude. Okay, I went over Zach Smith a couple of weeks ago. He's not good. At least not draftable. Do I think the Ravens trade Orlando Brown? Hey, man, I'd hope not either, but if he's not going to play for you, then yeah, I would try to get him out of there. Sean Gibbs, wait, who went back to? Well, okay, Dylan, Sean Wade didn't just let. It wasn't just Devontae Smith. It was like he was getting played by a lot. Jahan Dotson, Penn State. Jahan Dotson, Penn State roasted him. Cornell Powell roasted him. Like, he was getting roasted all year last year at outside corner. Let's go over some of these picks. Amon-Ra St. Brown to the Eagles. I like that a lot. That's a pretty solid pick here in the third. It's probably where he's going to go. Like, he's got sneaky potential too. He's going to be, I think he could be a really solid receiver. Levon Wuzariki. I don't know, Seth, man. I don't know if he really fits. I don't know if he fits the Broncos. I question that fit, but I like the upside. Sean Wade, so coming in to be the new slot there for the Lions. Joe Tryon's a great pick in the third round. I don't know if he goes in the third round. Yes, he's developmental, but golly, like oozing with some good traits. Chaz Surratt's a good pick here for Washington. I think it's sneaky with the defensive line that good. Then Chaz Surratt, as the opportunist as he is, like, I think he could have like a Devin White type of season. There goes Kelvin Joseph, so they double up on corner because I believe Jeremiah, you went with Eric Stokes. So I don't mind that. I wouldn't mind if they went safety because there's a few good safeties here on the board here. Trey Smith. Oh, Cody. I didn't see if you answered me on that. What's your plan with Nick Gates? Oh, Grady. I know you, dude. Yeah, no. Bijan, I didn't think he was going to be that good. At least that early. Like, because out here, he was bossing, like, he was bigger than everybody. He was bigger than most of his offensive linemen. The dude was a boss. He's going to be, no lie, I don't mind saying this. He feels a bit Saquon-esque. Just going to throw that out there. I'm really high on him. Do I think Deontay Brown could sneak into the first round? Maybe if Chris Sims was drafting for one of these teams. Casey, 7th round. I don't mind you taking him in the 7th round. I don't think he's draftable in my opinion, but to each their own. Oh, those aren't bad Raiders picks, dude. Like, Dylan Moses, you're kind of hoping things work out. Have Gates and Humphrey compete for center. The other goes to guard. What are you doing with Trey Smith then, though? Cody, what are you doing with Trey Smith? Because I don't think Trey Smith is a tackle. Not in the NFL. I'm just questioning. Don't take any of this personal, of course. I'm intrigued. I like picking the brains of people and their thoughts. Dude, Darius Washington is a dog, though. All right, take Gowan. Nicholas, I don't know if he's a good scheme fit. Then again, we really only have 1 year of production, unless you could find his JUCO tape. I could only find JUCO highlights for Gowan. I like Ben Cleveland a lot. That's a good pick there, Sean. I'm a big fan of Braun Strowman right there, though. I don't mind these picks here for the Raiders. I think you're better on upside, and you're linebacker. You're good at linebacker. Littleton had a down year, but Gunther, the defensive coordinator, there's a reason he's not there anymore. And I think Darius Washington, they get their slot. Since they let Joyner go, who should have never been in the slot, he should have been starting deep again. Reason why Gunther's no longer DC. So I like this. Washington immediately becomes their slot, or can. Quinton Miners of the Dolphins. I like that in the third. Tony Tremble, interesting pickup here. It's interesting. I'm intrigued. Julian, I'm not that high on Dimikiji. It's just, I don't think there's much upside. He's going to be a good, rotation player in the NFL, but I think that's about it. I think for the next 10 years, you'll always see him on an NFL roster, but I think he might be one of those guys that bounces around. Cameron Sample, I like a lot. Don't know how I feel about him on the Eagles, though. Well, no, I think they can make that work. Let's see. Liam McNeil's great. I love that pick, Sam. Jamie Newman's. So, Michael, this is your plan B. And then there's Davis Mills. That's a good pick by the Steelers. DJ, I'm just not a big fan of Hamilcar Rashed, so don't take it personal when I don't grade him that highly for you. Same with Israel McWamu, unless you see him as a safety. And even then, he didn't grade well at safety. Granted, it was his first time playing it last year, and he only did it for a game or two. Unless you think you could develop him on the outside. So, I don't know. I think for me, those are a bit interesting picks. All right. We have 4 guards to compete for 2 spots. Yes. I guess, Cody. I'm interested. In this logic. I'm interested. I mean, I think you have the luxury that Gates can play right tackle too. But I mean, preferably, I'm assuming you want Pert there. So. Yeah, great. I agree with Tony Tremble. I think it's just because in my heart, I already have specific teams that I like him in and schemes I like him in that I think could really utilize him, and that's probably why I'm oh. Is Richie LeCount gonna get drafted? Yeah, it's gonna be day 3 though. Okay, that's fair, Robert. I'm just not a big Israel guy. Oh, Luis, I don't think that's fair. He passed on Zach Wilson for both Jamie Newman and Sam Darnold. You got to pair the two together. Yeah, Grady. But Grady with LeCount, his size, I don't think he'll be able to hold up as a in run defense. John, no, I don't think Deontay Brown, unless it's Chris Sims picking in the first round, I don't think he makes it. Eskridge is going to be a steal. Could be. Depends how late he goes. It's 3 rounds, Juan. 3 rounds. I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, it's only 3. All right, Kyle Trask. I think that's a very good pick. He could probably go in the second, too. Just quarterbacks get overdrafted, so I could definitely see that happening. Baron Browning, I like as a fit for the Browns as well. I think he could be very Anthony Barr-like. Tutu Atwell, interesting. Another guy you're going to have to scheme around, but I think those are one of the teams that will work out well for him. We got Deontay Brown. I kind of like that for the Bills. I like that. He's another guy, man. It's going to need to be in a gap-heavy run scheme. And those are like, in the NFL, we're talking like what? Teams that like run that a majority of the time are few and far between at this point. Jalen Darden. Gosh, dude. Who's out here just getting weapons, man. Hunter Long. Not a lot of people talk about tight end being a need for Tampa, but definitely in the future. Just entered the stream. No trolls today, Zane. No trolls today. Why was Moses like a first round pick 4 months ago? And now I would say his fall, his descent was a bit earlier than that. It was probably halfway through the season, which may have been 4 months. No. It was probably closer to October, probably closer to November. He was really struggling in coverage, man. It was really bad. Dang, Tony, dude, you really want to take credit for me liking Elijah Moore, which is fair. It's fair. Sometimes it takes time, man. Sometimes it takes time for people to see the light, see the error of their ways. Let's see. No lie, I like Osa Odigizua for the Chargers. I really think he does fill that. That could be that 5 tech. And they're probably hoping that Jerry Tillery can do that. We'll see. We'll see, though. Darius Stills is a bit of a reach for me, Z. I know some people really like him, but I feel the same way. Same way I feel about Victor Dimukeje. Fatu Melifanu is kind of a steal here in the late 3rd. Kind of a steal. What will the Browns do if they sign Clowney? I think you still go best player on your board. Why did the Finns trade 3 pick away to the 49ers? Because of all them picks, baby. All them picks. Picks for days. Picks for days. They got 3 first-round picks out of that. Pitts to the Chargers. I don't think he lasts that long, man. I don't think he'll last that long. Oh, look at that, Casey. Jeremiah making you happy. Seth Williams. It's not bad, man. He's get a bit size. Aaron Robinson. So I like the idea of him coming in and immediately probably competing for the slot spot with is it Kevin Johnson they signed? I believe. Oh my gosh, Casey, dude. Dang, Casey, I hope you ain't wearing sweatpants at home. What are you talking about, Seth Williams? This is about to be a mess. J2 Fele, I don't mind him in this range. I probably will have a 4th round grade on him. But like you hear, we're dealing with compensatory picks, late 3rd. I don't mind him here. I don't mind him here. Did they sign anyone on that defensive line to kind of play around the nose though? Cisco's a steal, Antonio, man, coming away with a steal there. Excuse me. Hey, thanks, Cody B, dude. You take it easy, my friend. I guess you could consider. I guess you could have Michael Brockers. Who's their DC now? That's right, Aaron Glenn. But Aaron Glenn, that's his first DC job, I think. Because wasn't he like secondary coach or something for the Saints? Because what, he's only been out of the NFL for what, like 10 years? Maybe even less. Felt like Aaron Glenn's been around forever. At least it did. Maybe I'm thinking of my Madden days when I was a kid. All right, let's see this. When did he retire? 12 years ago. Okay. So he started as a defensive back coach for Cleveland in 2014. Yeah, dude, this is his first defensive coordinator job. I guess you use Brockers as your kind of like your one tech. Interesting. I'm intrigued. Casey's real name Seth Williams. Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, yeah, no Jackson Carman. Wow, that's wild. All right, we'll go through these. We'll go through these team by team. We're gonna start with the Arizona Cardinals. Caleb Farley was interesting because Horn was still on the board there, but he goes with Farley. And I like the ETN pick. Just with the limited picks, I feel like they could go with better value, but I don't mind it. I think for me, it's probably still like a C draft, like a C plus. I love ETN a lot, but I think that you could address better value with your limited draft capital. And then Caleb Farley over Horn. I know there's concerns. You're also dealing with a 1 year, like essentially a 1 year wonder in Farley. So there is a bit risk. While I don't mind it that much. Maybe B minus. I don't know. I'm kind of hovering. I love this draft. This was an A plus. I think this was a really good draft for the Falcons. I thought this was a superb job. So, hey, man, some people did think Sam Ehlinger was a 3rd rounder. Like, when I first put my rankings up at before the season, people were mad that I didn't have Ehlinger higher, dude. So we got Azeez Ojulari. I like that pick there. I feel like you instantly replace Yannick opposite of Bowser. Pat Freiermuth was really good value, and let's be honest, he kind of fits what they do best. And then Paris Ford, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Paris Ford is probably a late day 3 pick at this point. Just no athletic ability to speak of. Buffalo. Hold on, let me go back. Just because of these 2 picks, it'd probably be in the B minus area. Buffalo Bills, Jason Owe and Jamin Mills, very good value for where the Bills were drafted. And Deontay Brown, honestly, I think he's a good scheme fit there for the Buffalo Bills. So this one's probably like a B plus, A minus for me. Carolina Panthers, they get Justin Fields. Jalen Mayfield was a bit interesting just because I have guys higher on my board. But then again, I'm also apparently a Jalen Mayfield hater. And then Joe Tryon, great value. So this one, again, you're addressing your most vital positions. Some people might not view edge, especially with Hassan Reddick coming into town on a 1-year contract. You have your Yatir Gross-Matos. I think they have Christian Miller out there too. So might not consider that a need, but I mean, this is great value, so I'd give it an A. Bears, J.C. Horn, again, great value if he falls to you there. Davion Nixon, a little high for my taste, but I get it. Some people are really high on the upside. Dimikiji, though, for me, I'm probably going to have like a 7th round grade on the guy. So for me, that was a big reach. So I'd probably give this one like a B minus, C plus, just because the Horn picks, very good value. Bengals, Jamar Chase, amazing. Liam Eichenberg was interesting just because I have guys higher. And so was Landon Dickerson. I was a bit interested in the Landon Dickerson pick overall just because Trey Hopkins also had like a ACL tear, I think. Some sort of leg injury that's going to keep him out until like late next season. So now you have 2 centers on your roster that can't play like the first half of the season. Oh, Casey. Dude, Casey, I feel like we differ on so many prospects. That's wild. That's interesting. Cleveland Brown. Grades. I hate giving grades out. Like off the top of my head, it's kind of tough. I appreciate them addressing the line. I'd probably stick with a B plus here. Cleveland Browns. I can't even look at this. Rest on it, sit on it, be like, really just like ponder. Like, I'm just kind of giving these like off the top of my head. So Russo over Oweh, I wasn't a big fan of, especially after today, since this was the first time we got to see Oweh. When do you think your mocks? When you do your mocks, are you doing what you do as a GM, or what do you think GMs will do? Zane, recently with that, I've been trying to do a combination, like kind of like a hybrid of both. I think maybe the next mock could just be me, just be what I would do. So, yeah, maybe I'll throw a mock out this week. I know Franchise Guy threw out a mock today. I got to check that out, man. I love me the Franchise Guy. Big fan. Yeah, Russo, again, with other people on the board, I wasn't a fan of. Tylan Wallace, I liked a lot in the second. I'm not high on McWamu, but I think Browning's a very good scheme fit. Overall, I would probably say this is like a B minus, maybe a C, C plus. Yeah, C feels a bit more fair. Dallas Cowboys, Rashawn Slater, Eric Stokes, Kelvin Joseph, and Seth Williams. I don't hate it. I think all of them are really good picks. Even Seth Williams, some people are going to be a little higher on him. Because there is some upside when it comes to like just his size. The dude's got great jumping ability. He's just not nearly as physical as I would like, but I mean, I could get in on that in another video. I would give this an A though. I think this is a really good draft. Detroit Lions, Micah Parsons, Terrence Marshall, Sean Wade, and Jay Tufele. While these last couple of picks don't really light the world on fire, Wade could instantly be what their slot corner. Who is their current slot corner? Looking at their roster right now, man, I don't really see anyone that could probably slide into the slot there. So I think he could immediately come in and do that. Tufele, I think, gets stuck in this rotation with like Nicholas Williams, John Pinacini. Those guys. Jashawn Cornell, who I don't even think played last year because of injury. So I do like there is a bit of athletic upside when it comes to him, a little bit of agility, but he might just be a passing down defensive lineman initially in the league. I'd give this one a B minus. Like, it's an all right draft. Packers, Santi Samuel Jr., Quincy Roche, and Tutu Atwell. Not totally on board with this draft. This one's probably gonna be like a C minus for me. I think Quincy Roche and Tutu Atwell, if they got a specific like role for him in mind, then this pick's probably better than I give it credit for. But Quincy Roche, man, I'm just not a big Roche fan. And I'm a Hurricanes fan. I'm just not a big Roche fan. I think he's just like a passing down only type of edge rusher. Santi Samuel with Newsome still on the board is a bit questionable for me, just because, again, Samuel, I'm really worried with his arm length. Those guys just don't start on the outside in the NFL. I got to be consistent with that position. You know, if I say that about Aaron Robinson, I have to say that about everybody. Even though, like, I think Asante Samuel, out of those two, he really can be the exception. I'll go back to the Broncos. Thank you. But he really can be that exception to the rule. Overall, I think this is a C draft. Denver Broncos. Trey Lance, that's an A. I mean, not having to move up and get your guy anyway, that's solid. Joseph Osai, interesting. Just, you know, like, if they could, like, defenses nowadays, they're not necessarily, like, they're more hybrid nowadays. There's not really a strictly 3-4, 4-3 anymore. Like, you'll have your down linemen, and then you'll have maybe some guys, like, just, like, on the outside stand up. Osai, he can do both those. I'd rather him like line up with the hand in the dirt. But again, that's me. And I just don't think Levi Onwuzurike is a good fit for this defensive line. I'd probably, just because the Trey Lance pick, I'd probably give this an A minus. And I won't deny, like, Osai's a second rounder. Onwuzurike's definitely a third rounder. So these are good value for the players. So the right value, I would say. It's just, I don't know how, in terms of a fit. Houston Texans, Deontay Brown, man. A+. You did the best with what you had. Where are we at? Indianapolis Colts. Oh, I could have looked. I'll just look right here with it. Kadarius Toney may have felt a bit like a reach, but again, I really would like trust Frank Wright. If he's got a role in mind, maybe he's like Paris Ford, man, he's too beat up, he's too hurt. So Toney, like, this guy's sick after the catch, man. He's so hard to bring down. Same with Carlos Basham. Like, this guy's got a lot of versatility. Very explosive for a man his size. I'd say this is a B+. That's actually good value for Basham. I'd say it's a B+ though. Just because Toney feels like maybe, which is tough. I know we couldn't trade down in this draft, but I think you would. If Toney was my guy, I'd probably try to trade down a few picks. But yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars, T-Law, Christian Barmore, great value. Dylan Radunes is really good. Yeah, this is an A for me, man. A+. You get your quarterback of the future. You get a great value pick in Barmore. Radunes. Hey, man, Cam. Honestly, if Jawan Taylor too. Like, I was gonna say, if Cam Robinson isn't the guy of the future, then get him out of there. You got Radunes, but like Jawan Taylor had a really down year last year, so one way or another, Radunes, he could get on the field. Richard Grant and just Kate Johnson are fabulous picks. Kansas City Chiefs, Wyatt Davis, Alaric Jackson, and Jalen Darden. Wyatt, I personally went tackle if I was the Chiefs. And then Alaric Jackson is a bit of a reach. He's probably like at best a 5th rounder. And I think he's a bad scheme fit for the Chiefs. Jalen Darden is a pretty good pick. He's scary in this offense. So this is probably a C for me. Let's see. Chargers. Darius Saw, Elijah Moore. Take Allen. I'm questionable of the fit, but I really like Osa Odigizua. I mean, Take Allen is really good though. Solid in the 3rd round. This one's an A. I like Elijah Moore a lot in the 2nd. That's just really good value. Rams. Paulson Adebo. Not that high on Rashid. Not gonna lie. I'm not a fan, unfortunately. James Hudson's really good, and you don't have to start him right away. I like that. He's a really good developmental tackle. That's good value late in the 3rd. Paulson Adebo, bit early for me, but he's probably a good scheme fit. I would say this is probably a C as well. Let's see. We go into we're going to Las Vegas. Kwity Paye. Even with the Yannick move, I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe Riley here doesn't trust. Maybe he doesn't trust Max Crosby and Cleveland Farrell. I mean, Kwity Paye, dude, it's a phenomenal prospect. So, hey, man, maybe he's really trying to bring home. Yo, I want to make sure we pass rush, and you skip it. No, I didn't skip the Packers. I talked about the Packers. Didn't I? No, yeah, I talked about the Packers. Didn't I? Yeah, I talked about the Packers. It wasn't good. It's not true. That's not true. Alex Leatherwood in the 2nd. I mean, he kind of feels a need. I think at that point, though, I'm moving Colton Miller to right just because he has experience with it. Leatherwood does not. Darius Washington's a dog. I like that pick a lot. Dylan Moses is a bit high, but I understand the upside. I would probably say like a B plus. Probably a B plus for this draft. Borderline A. I think let's go B plus, but I actually really like this draft. Low key. Fins up, baby. Jalen Waddle at 6 over Devontae Smith. Interesting. Hey, you good, AB? You good? You good? Yeah, I hate doing that to Asante. I hate banging on his arms like that because I really love that guy as a prospect. Jalen Phillips, so I like a lot. 2 beat up guys. You got concussion concerns with Phillips, and then you had a really rough, really injury, or at least he had the foot injury all year with Waddle. But I like Jenkins in the 2nd. Of course, Javonte Williams. Everyone loves that fit. Quentin Miners, low key, really good pick. I like addressing the offensive line once again. It'd be nice, I think, if they could maybe fit in safety somewhere. But I understand you can't exactly hit everything. I would say this is an A draft. I like what they did. I think Waddle and Smith are a lot closer than people give them credit for. Phillips, if he could stay healthy, could be one heck of a pick. And then Jenkins there at the top of the 2nd is just money. Minnesota Vikings, Elijah Vera Tucker. A little early for my taste. Only because, like, I think he's going to be a solid player, but I don't know if he's going to be, like, a constant Pro Bowler year after year. But he's definitely going to the right scheme. Oh, my gosh. I'm choking. This is interesting, Sean. I'm curious. Do you see Elijah Vera Tucker as a tackle? Because now I see it with the Ben Cleveland pick. I'm kind of curious because I love Ben Cleveland. And then getting Kyle Trask in the 3rd, I think, is really good. He's better than Nate Stanley. I don't even know if Nate Stanley's still on the roster in terms of grabbing a developmental quarterback. Interested about the plan there with Tucker and Cleveland, but good value on all this. I'd give it probably a B plus. Just again because I'm curious, what's the plan? Is it to move Vera Tucker to tackle? Mac Jones going to the Patriots. So you got your man Lumen. Rondale Moore's great in the 2nd round. Darius Stills kind of a reach for me. Got a 7th round grade on him. But they grabbed their quarterback of the future, essentially. So, and they grabbed just a disgusting weapon in the second round in terms of Moore. So, probably a B minus, B. Let's just go with B. My bad, hit the mic. Let's just go with a B, just because, again, Darius Stills kind of a bad pick, but these guys really carry the weight. So even a B plus. I mean, I don't care if you kind of whiff on this pick with those two picks there. Saints, Merrick, what's he gonna do? That's what I'm so curious about when it comes to this. Oh, Juan, but he had the heart issues, right? When it comes to Sweat, it was a heart issue. It was a heart condition. Little different when it compared to the concussion. Little different. Let's see. Zane, that's a good question. I'm gonna come back to that question. Bud, I'm gonna get through this Saints pick and I'm gonna come back to that question. I want to answer that a lot. So Merritt, I don't exactly get what his responsibility would be immediately in that Saints defense. I like the Jabril Cox. Ifatu Melifanu is a very good pick as well. Sam Ellinger, hey, to each their own. Overall, these first three picks are exceptionally good. So probably an A minus. B plus, just again curious on what you're doing with that. So we're going to go to the New York Giants, but first, let me see so Zane, he's like, do you feel that teams should be hesitant to draft opt-out players? I looked back at your way too early mock drafts for the 2020, and after that last season, some of the top prospects like Delpit had fallen. Well, Delpit, he got hurt. And the safety position's kind of devalued when it comes to the draft. So those are two different things. Delpit didn't opt out. So I think I would be more concerned with guys who opted out and came to their pro day and didn't look good. Because they should have been training for this moment. They are trained to get in shape to look good at their pro days. So if they opted out, didn't look good at their pro days, it's kind of alarming to me. Or you have the Caleb Farley instance where it was like, oh, what do you mean you're having surgery and you can't work out? So I think that's the instance where I'd be hesitant on the opted out guys. New York Giants. So Cody, we talked about this a little bit. Devontae Smith's great value and about what you would do with Creed Humphrey, Trace Smith. I kind of like that foresight, really addressing the offense, getting Danny Dimes. Like, you're legitimately giving this guy the fairest shot you can next season to figure out if he's your guy. So, it's not a sexy looking draft just because offensive line, not everyone's going to be like, woohoo. But I think this is an A draft. Also, I had the benefit to get your thoughts on what the plan was for these picks, so that definitely helped out. Because initially I was like, what the hell? All right, Jets, we got Penny Sewell. Okay, this is again we're keeping Sam Darnold. Penny Sewell, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, Najee Harris. I think Travis Etienne's a better scheme fit, but I get it. A lot of people like Najee. He's a good prospect. Reverend Jordan, low-key, I like a lot. And then Jamie Newman, kind of more probably a plan C if things don't work out with Darnold, because then they might be looking to draft a top quarterback next year rather than have Jamie Newman be their plan B. But in terms of if I'm doing this while keeping Darnold, I would say not being able to trade kind of makes this tough, but in having to pick, I would say this is like an A draft, A minus draft. If the thought process is Darnold's our guy, then that's great. Grab Sewell if that's the top guy, player on your board. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, JOK, man. He's a good scheme fit for Robert Saleh. Najee Harris, I don't think so much, but for a lot of people, he's a top running back. Brevin Jordan, dude came in. People think he didn't necessarily look explosive at his pro day, but he also put on like 10 pounds. So it's kind of to be expected. Dude's like a specimen. And I'm a Jamie Newman mark, so of course I love it. Eagles, we got Patrick Surtain, Nick Bolton, which we talked about. Elijah Moore still being on the board, so I was like, but Nick Bolton's a really good player in his own right, so I would say he's a first rounder as well. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I like that a lot as a pick in the third. Pairing up with Cameron Sample, who he's got some versatility to him for that defensive line. Maybe help with the pass rush, which kind of did decline last year. I say this is probably an A for me too. I think this is good. This is good. A minus. A minus. Samuel Cosme, Josh Myers, a bit of a reach in my opinion, but I get it. Phillips had the best edge testing in 6 years today. Oh, I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. And Davis Mills, I thought was a really good pick. I'd probably give this B plus, borderline A, just because the Myers pick I'm a little iffy about, but I get addressing the offensive line. Here, let me go back to this real quick. I want to see this. Dang, you're not wrong, man. His testing was actually pretty phenomenal. I mean, you don't necessarily love the arm length, but it's not like it's bad. It's not like it's below average. Golly, dude. That 3-cone? Solid. All right, on to the Seattle Seahawks. Milton Williams, they had one pick, A+. That was a good pick. I probably will have him in that late second, early third area. So, San Francisco 49ers. Zach Wilson, Tyson Campbell. This is A+. Being able to get Zach Wilson at 3 is phenomenal. Tyson Campbell's a really good prospect. I know some people hate him, but to hell with him. He's a good prospect. Andre Cisco, too. Very sneaky, man. ACL, like, this guy probably could have competed to be the top safety in this class if not for the injury. Then we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Javon Holland, I think it was a bit premature. But then again, I don't know if you get him at 64 either. So, but like, I don't, like, you're drafting this guy, to come in and be an upgrade over Sean Murphy Bunton? Or you're going to have him play deep safety, like one of the two. Which I guess technically could be an upgrade, possibly. Marvin Wilson, I really like, just for the interior there. Hunter Long, too, low-key, kind of a good pick. I'd give this a B, just some curiosity with the Javon Holland pick. And it's a bit early for me, so I had to give it a B. Tennessee Titans, Rashad Bateman, Walker Little. Oh, this man was drafting everyone I love. And what I like, actually, is you address your slot. So I assume at this point, Janoris Jenkins and probably Christian Fulton are the outside corners. Aleem McNeil is a phenomenal pick. Immediate replacement for Daquan Jones. Walker Little hold up a lot better than probably Kendall Lamb, who's right now penciled in. He's no more than a depth guy. And then Bateman's great. This is an A+ draft. And then finally, the Washington football team. Xavier Collins, I thought was interesting over JOK. He was a guy I've mocked there before too, though, so can't hate too much. Elijah Molden, though, was also interesting. And I think this is just because I'm a big Jimmy Moreland fan, but Molden's really good. Like, he's going to be... Like, I think he has some potential to play deep safety, but I think at slot he can be one of the best in the league. Chaz Surratt, I think, is money. Like, we talk about pass rush on the outside, or at least in terms of pass rush on the outside with Collins and that potential. Surratt, such an opportunity. He's so good at like bursting through gaps. So I kind of like this. Tony Tremble, interested. Yeah, I think it's an interesting pick. I'm curious to see how they use him, but because I don't know if he didn't get a lot of work in terms of receiving there at Notre Dame, but by no means, it's like the dude's incredibly fast. Like, by no means does that mean he can't work in there, but they got Logan Thomas too, so it's not a bad pick. I would say this is probably like a B+, A- type of grade. But that's it for me tonight. I got a lot to get done. Get those rankings. Start trying to get those rankings going for y'all. Thank y'all so much. So much for hanging out with me tonight. It's always fun when we do these things. We'll be back again tomorrow night. Oh, my bad. I was reading something. If you want to come back tomorrow night, we're going to do another one of these. Oh, dude, Ruben, you're good. No need to worry. But thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, tomorrow, mock the mock also with Lance Zierlein. I think we're doing Lance Zierlein. Potentially, I'm going to see what the franchise guys, in terms of like what his presentation looks like. Because his are a bit tougher just because he goes pick by pick, and just visually it's kind of tough to begin with, like hard. I have to like kind of like, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, we'll go 4 tomorrow. How about that? All right, but till next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.